YouTube. Hello, what has happened? Oh, hello. Hello, we're just working on going live on Facebook as well.
Oh, we're live.
So hold tight. We're live on YouTube right now.
Hi, YouTube.
Okay. So about to be live on Facebook too. Whoops. That'll pop up, right?
Yeah, it's probably recording.
Hey. Okay. So, hey, we're live.
Hi.
This new Facebook Live thing isn't quite as obvious when you go on.
Yeah.
We want to pop us up. Can you reach? Oh, there we go. All right. Well, hello, we're live again. So we deleted the other video and we're making a new one because since this morning we have figured out that our website is actually up and running and the Harmonize can be purchased on the website. So the website is quantumconsciousnesstechnologies.com. Yep. And on the left-hand side of both my home screen and Sheldon's home screen, underneath info, you can see that we have the website there. So you can just click on the link there. We're not going to include a link with the video because it shifts the algorithm. So yeah. Go to our home pages, either one of us, and click on the link there. And it has quantumconsciousnesstechnologies.com. And you can go directly to the page. And it's the only product available right now. And the site is still under construction. So there's not much on there right now. But that's where you can find it. And we don't have anybody joining us yet. Unless we just can't see people on this. I don't know.
This new Facebook Live thing. Yeah.
I don't like it as much as I like
the old one. It's really hard
one.
to see if anyone's online. But everyone who's watching, hey.
Hey, everyone. So we just shared some time here in ceremony to activate the technology. And it was a really powerful experience. It has nothing to do with us. There's stuff popping up on the screen over there. So we just activated Harmonize in ceremony through 4:44 and PM Mountain Time on 4/4/2020. And we had a very profound experience with the activation. So we'll share a little more about that. But yes. Sheldon and I would like to share and debut a small clip from our firstborn consciousness technology.
So I will be playing it on here. I'll just play a little bit of it just so you can understand the frequencies we're working with. That's the first minute.
So that's a little taste of Harmonize. It is so... Hi, Alistair. And then it looked like Vince joined too. Thank you for joining. So our firstborn has been birthed into the world and has taken its first real breath.
Yeah.
And we're so excited to share this with all of you because we said this on the video this morning, but I actually deleted that video because the information was kind of irrelevant.
Yeah, it's back when we were trying to figure it out. And since then we figured it out. So we just decided to redo this.
Yeah, as of this morning, we weren't able to process payments and it is perfect. So just in time for today.
Mhm.
And, as with all things, timing is so important. And we've had quite a few snags and technical difficulties bringing, birthing this creation, not so much creating the creation, but technical aspects of it with the website and the PayPal and the, all the nitty gritty stuff. It's like, I don't want to do this stuff. But, it wasn't meant to be available until today for good reason. And us doing the activation, we had always intended to do the activation on the day that it was released before we released it. And it was perfect today. While so many people, probably, at least 1 million people are in prayer today for our collective. So I would like to pass this over to Sheldon so that he can speak a little bit to the technology and from his point of view. And we have a video that we shared earlier, but just, I think it's important for us to continue to contribute to the information that's out there as far as how this is of benefit to all of us here, and how it came into creation is really beautiful. So, Sheldon, Mr.
Thank you,
Bird.
Cynthia.
You're welcome.
Now, over here, the weather's about the same, just a little bit to the right of you. So,
nice.
Yeah. So basically, this technology works with the language of the human body, and like the brain works with synapses that work with electricity, and the stomach works with the synapses based on sound. So your body listens with all of its cells. And with these activation technologies, what they are is they're increasing the coherence between you and your body, and as well as increasing the coherence between your self and other selves around you, the whole entire collective of human beings. And
the quantum field.
Yes, because sound works on more than just physical principles, and when we can use it as a tool to carry a frequency, because thoughts are frequencies, so we use this technology to increase our healing, to increase our prayer, and to help with our choices and behaviors and timelines, so that we are more connected to the ways in which we operate from the spirit. And so this activation, it's linked to, there's two main frequencies that were worked with, 72 hertz and 64 hertz. And from there, I did the background to it. It was, I went on to get the specific frequency and tuned all the notes to the harmonic series, which is physics. All strings vibrate on multiple tones at once, and they're mathematically linked together to create an amplified effect. And it's very similar to how creation works. It's not just one frequency, it's a big layer of frequencies that are aligned with each other in perfect geometry that lead to this being created. So, so I use those harmonics, and then after we got everything set up, we added vocals, and we each took a turn in one take to record what we felt from our hearts to be added to it. And you recorded yours first, and I recorded mine after to harmonize.
Harmonize. See what he did there?
Yeah. But what it is to do, it activates the DNA in ways that language does, because tones work at a different level than spoken words or vocalizations do. So we brought through basically energies. It's really hard to explain because it's multifaceted.
Yeah, it's like,
yeah,
I think we did a good job of explaining it in the other video, but it's a consciousness that works specifically, a consciousness technology, really, okay, that is quantum, that works specifically and in a very unique way with each individual's field. So everybody will be interacting with it, and it will be interacting with everybody in the way that it's meant to, for the highest and greatest good of them and all. Ultimately, and it does tie into the frequency and vibration and the resonance of the intentions that we were holding the entire time that we were from conception to birth. And then also the intentions that we hold for this and embed into it going forward as we move forward. And if anything else is necessary to add into this consciousness technology, that is something that we will intentionally be doing along the way. So that said, everyone will have their own unique experience with it. And I know that I've had very profound experiences with it. And the activation today, can we talk a little bit about the activation today?
Sure.
So just to give some of the people that, or whoever watches this, that isn't involved in things like, ceremony and, kind of more magical things, what goes into this is very profound. And when you feel the frequency on vibration in your body of the shifts that are happening in something that you're creating, and it doesn't matter what that is, whatever it is you're creating, if you're singing, dancing, playing music, whatever, creating art, you can feel that coming through your body. And we're feeling these frequencies coming through our bodies as we activated this. And we personally, what I could see and feel was the grids. We were working with the harmonics of Gaia. Specifically, we were asked to work with the resonance of the harmonics of Gaia. And we don't need to explain how this works. And I don't think that we even can explain how it works. It's because it's beyond what we could even really comprehend, I think. Yeah. And, as for me and my experience, I was toning to it in a way that actually was really interesting to listen to after. And we just recorded this for ourselves, but in the ceremony of activating the grids and the technology, I was toning, and it actually sounded like a woman giving birth, which was very interesting to hear after. And there was a lot of laughter involved in the listening back to the ceremony after, which is really beautiful, because we do want to add that energy and frequency of, being able to be playful and, not take ourselves too seriously too is very important. That's a huge part of being able to maintain a sense of harmony here. And especially with things getting a little denser as of late, but we're looking for that to shift and change. And I had a very powerful experience at one point in the activation, a little after midway through. And this is an 11-minute, 11-second technology. And I had a sense of union in that. And in whatever way you want to define union within yourself, with other, as a collective. And it wasn't just the human race that I was feeling union with. I was feeling union with all beings on the planet, and the human race with Gaia herself, and we called in a lot of really beautiful prayers for the intentions that are held in this offering, this child of ours. So do you want to talk a little bit about what your experience was? I can't, it's difficult to put into words. And I think sometimes maybe it's not wise to try when we are deep in ceremony. But really the point that I want to make is that there is a lot that goes into activating quantum things such as this. And for me personally, I know I can say, I won't speak for anyone else, but I could probably speak for Sheldon in this too, is that I put my entire heart and soul and everything that I am into this for all of us here. So, and it was a very profound experience where I wept as it was activated, because I could see and feel what this will do, what it's meant to do. So it's very potent. Thank you. Over to you, Sheldon.
Thank you, Cynthia. Now, for years, people have been doing ceremony, and I always feel like it's a news thing when you say
Right?
that. Like,
Over to you, Sheldon.
thanks. Over here. But okay, so in experience, I know that not everything that happens in a ceremony is meant to be shared, and we know that. But what I can say about it is that I feel very honored to be a part of this process
Yeah.
because it's on the surface, like they are just sound files that are played that you listen to, but on the deeper levels, they are it's a conversation between your body and these sounds that are coming through, which are basically extensions of our spirits. And although we were the ones doing the work down here, it feels greater than just music, greater than just a meditation. It's a tool that helps realign parts of us that feel lost, and it can really change the way we interact with the world around us, especially around these times. And I feel like this day is a really important day for us to be bringing this in because there's just so much prayer going on that we participated in this massive vibration going on across the planet where everyone's doing their own thing. But if we take out space and time out of the equation, we're all praying together at the very same time. And it felt really nice to be a part of that because had we done this a different day, it would have felt like it was just us and our helpers, our spirit helpers. But
legions of spirit helpers.
Yeah, there were a lot. I mean, it's not worth mentioning all of them, but they're close friends. And it just felt like it was a really potent experience because we're essentially using our coherence to align with others doing a very similar practice all across the world right now. And it just felt like all the years that I've spent doing ceremonies and doing energy work led to this, which is the beginning of a deeper level of doing that. I'm like, years ago I would have been doubting myself, but now it's not so much the case because it seems the opposite. Doubting myself would be illogical and it wouldn't feel right because these energies that we're working with are truth. They feel really genuine. We're not trying to make something happen. We are proceeding.
Allowing it to come through.
And so I just feel really grateful for those that receive this technology in a good heart, and that we can use this and other modalities to just come back together in the way that we were meant to, and not have all these weird setbacks that society is throwing at us to keep us away from our hearts, because we got a lot to express, and there's a lot of us that we miss that seem lost in the past, but we can bring them back. So I guess that's all I have to say about it. I recommend trying this out on the website, downloading the zip file that's on there. There's a little text thing, and then there's 4 audio files. 2 of them are MP3s, 2 of them are waves. We have a version with the vocals that were, the original vocals. And then we have the tones only if you want to experience just the straight tones with it and have your own vocalizations if you feel guided to. Or I had this vision of people playing instruments with it, being really interactive with this, because it doesn't do all the heavy lifting for you. You work with it, and it's an agreement between energies, and that's what helps really create the change and the transformation, I should say.
Yeah, transformation. And like I said on the other video, it is like sitting in healing session and transformational session with a practitioner, and it obviously it's attuned to our frequencies as well as so much more than that. So you're basically engaging in a transformational or healing experience that is unique to you, and it's like you said, your agreement with this consciousness. So if you go into it with the intentions that are in alignment with what our intentions are, you're going to have a very powerful experience. So just be open, and what I'd like to say too, to add to what Sheldon said, is that there will be more specific instructions as we have more time to add it onto the website. But I would like to see everyone, when you do interact with it, please be in a restful and mindful state. Be in coherence with your heart. So 3 long, deep breaths, 5 count in, 5 count out, and really get heart centered, because this is a practice that you're engaging in. And you can go into this practice any time of day. You can go into practice as many times as you need to or would like to. We said earlier this morning on the video that we don't have anymore. Yeah, I have to remember it's not there.
I keep trying not to repeat myself from earlier.
Yeah, right. It's gone now. Yeah,
it's gone. So whatever.
Yeah. We actually played it on repeat between the version with vocals and the version without vocals all night. And we slept for about not even 5 hours, and we were ready. We didn't get up because we knew we wanted to do a lot today, but we could have gotten up at, maybe 6:30 and been very vibrant. And that's very different for me. So it definitely has an impact, and it will impact people in I'm sure a myriad of different ways. And then as you go along and interact with it, it's going to interact differently too. So what else do I want to say about? Oh, the other thing that I wanted to say about that is, please, when you do engage with the technology, please listen to the one that we have included that has the vocals first. It felt important to give you that guidance. So you're having the whole experience with the vocals as your first experience with it. And then you can interact with it in whatever way you would like to going forward, with either just the sound or the sound and the vocals, and, listen to them back and forth. It's cool.
Yeah.
What else did I want to say about that?
One thing I do want to mention is we've experienced this with another activation that we're working on about discomfort.
Oh, yeah.
So sometimes when you go through a healing, let's say you get a scratch on your elbow. Later on, it itches. Sometimes it'll itch a lot, but that means it's healing. And, similar things in the body happen that way. When working with some of these technologies, we've found that sometimes old pains come up to be transmuted and changed. And while they come up, at first it hurts. And then as the I guess pain is passed by, then it's released. So I would say if you feel the discomfort and all that, try to sit with it. If it's too much, then just turn it down. If that's even too much, just stop and breathe, try to center again. And then start over if you can, because these technologies work in a way that changes things. Like, think of the torus, the toroidal field. And so I think it's just helpful to have in mind to stay strong when things come up, because this isn't an attack. It's a healing. And the stuff that comes up sometimes hurts.
Just like working with any healing practitioner or any healing modality, when we are holding things in our field that are discordant, they're going to get rattled. Basically, these frequencies are vibrating the discordant energies and allowing them to move back into harmony. So in that shifting from discordant energy into harmonic energies, you're going to feel potentially a change. And this has an impact on the physical body as well as the mental, emotional bodies and spiritual bodies as well. So, you may have some things that are coming up in your mental awareness that have to do with unresolved discordant energies that you've been holding on to in your experience. And it is much like I said, working with a healing practitioner, these are the things that you're being asked to look at and work through at this point in time where they wouldn't be coming up. So trust it is the message. Trust that this technology is working with you in a way that is beneficial for you. And if you do have discomfort, that's actually a good thing, okay? Because the discomfort is the thing that brings us into that more healed, harmonious state. You know that things are changing if you're feeling something different showing up. Okay. And it's important to be grateful for that. And if you have any questions at all about what you're experiencing with the technologies, please reach out to us and please let us know what your experience is because, first of all, I mean, it is an incredibly beautiful audio experience. And when you're really present with it, you will feel it in your entire field. It will interact with you when you sit with it and are present with it in reverence for what it truly is and what it's truly asking to offer you. And it will interact with you respectfully. Okay. And we have, we can also attune things individually for you too if you need it.
Yeah.
Okay. So, if you need it softened a little bit, we can put that intention in, or you can do that yourself. But, ultimately, you will know what you need to do to work with this most effectively for you because everything you need to know is inside of you. And we're just helping to activate some of that stuff for you.
And if you're really worried, then, go through your process of, protection, safeguarding if you really need to. I would say that this technology doesn't require that, but if you really feel like you need it, then go ahead. This as specific as we get, it is about you and the technology because it communicates to you, and it basically communicated to us about what to have as instructions on how to use it most effectively.
And really, we're picking this up from the collective field as to what's necessary and helpful at this time. Is really so. It is the input that came to us comes from every single one of you.
Yeah,
and us. So yeah. Is there anything else that you would like to add about it?
We will be coming out with more of them.
We have a lot of children.
So right now, just we do ask that you try this one out. This is a primer for the next few that come out. The next, we'll have a few other ones that will be released in groups because they're meant to interact with each other as well as you. So be on the lookout for that. The website is up and running, quantumconsciousnesstechnologies.com. And you type each of those words out, one word, .com, and you'll find us.
We're so proud of this.
Yeah, it took a long time to get the website working because it's just us. And it finally took till this afternoon, late
to get
morning.
Everything all good.
Yeah, and it works.
We're really proud of our baby.
Yeah.
We're excited to share our baby with all of you. Yeah. So, I don't know if there's anything else that I wanted to say other than the intention that I hold in my heart and soul for all of you is vast. And this is just the beginning of what we're hoping to be able to offer and contribute here to not just our human family, but the all of our existence here on planet Earth. Because as we shift and evolve and become more conscious and I guess Christ-like within ourselves, the more impact we have on all things in existence. And it is time now to do this. It is time to harmonize. And from that blossoms the opening to so much more. So bringing us into harmony at this point right now feels like a beautiful starting point for our children to become a part of your lives as well. And I thank all of you so much for being open, for being ready for this, because you've worked hard to be ready to interact with this technology too. It's not just us that have been doing, we've been working hard, but we know all of you have been working really hard and really diligently as well. And it has been challenging for all of us here. It hasn't been easy to get to this point, but we're ready to move into something more comfortable and playful and fun and nourishing and beautiful here. And I have so many hopes and dreams for what this will become here. Bodhi's in agreement.
Yeah.
So I love everything that I offer here comes from my love for you. It's why I came back. It's why I'm here. I love me too. You know, I love us. And I can't wait to hear what your experience is with this. Really excited about it.
Yeah, same. I feel really honored to be able to give this medicine to the people.
Yeah.
Because I would love to see the world start healing at a greater capacity, because
it starts now.
Humans are awesome. And as much as we want to say how limited we are, we're actually really expansive. We have so many abilities.
Yeah.
So
that's part of the reason why we're bringing this into the world too, is to tap people into their infinite potential.
Yes.
The human potential is not just human potential. It is so much more than we can imagine. Yeah. So there's a lot more magic coming your way.
Yeah.
Get your DNA ready for some yummy goodness. All right. So check it out on our website. If you have any questions, please reach out. But we're looking forward to it. It's $5. I wasn't going to say how much it was, but it's only $5, the cost of a really delicious latte. So
yeah.
And please share this information with your friends. Okay. We're trying to get this to as many people as possible now to help create a shift.
Yep.
It's important.
When I sit forward, I look huge in the camera.
You are a giant. Look at him. He's a god in human form. Look, my head. Squish my hand. All right. Anyway, enough of that. Okay. Don't further away. We love you all. We'll do a funny video soon. Okay. Love you. Have a beautiful day. Bye, YouTube viewers.